Hi, today we will learn Dutch or Netherlands about active and passive sentences. This is the last part because I already made 2 videos about this and I kinda think this is the compact with examples. Let's start it. We already learned in the previous videos, but I will repeat it. You will feel a bit deja vu about it, but yeah, when we have to learn language, sometimes we repeat some part. We have ik, we have is I, we have jij, je, or u. U is for someone you just met, or for your senior, for someone you respect, we call with u. You. He, she, it, hij, ze, zij, het. They, ze, zij, we, wij, you guys, jullie. This part for the present time, this part for the past time. We have active sentence with verb that I always said that the basic one or the base word or the original or something like that, the verb we use for ik, and that verb, that basic or base or original verb that we use for ik or I, if we want to use it for person that's not I, that's not me, and consists of one, in this case you and he, she, it, we use the verb and we add the T at the end of the verb. And that verb, if we use for person that more than one, ze, zij, we, wij, jullie, they, we, you guys, this verb that we use for I, we add the en at the end of the verb. So that works for active sentences. When we have to make from that sentence to passive sentence, we use the word word. It means become, becomes, word. And then we put the, if you hear the meow, it's my cat again. He always do the meow when I'm making videos, so I don't know why. It's not a weird voice. It's not a weird sound, it's my cat. And then the ge, and then the verb. Ge something, the verb. Become, or becomes, and then the ge and verb. This one word for ik. But for person that consists of one, we use word with T here, and then the verb ge something. For person consists more than one, we use worden, become, ge, the verb. And there's sentences that comes with heb and ge something, or with other subject it will be hebt or heeft or hebben and ge something in active sentences. If we want to make it as passive sentences, the have or the have has, it change into ben or bent or is or a zijn, and then we use the ge something, the verb. And we have also modal or modals. They have 2 regulation with present time, which is for, we use this one first, subject that consists of one, but exception for you, for jij, je, u. So it's used for ik, hij, ze, zij, het. We use kan, zal, will. can, shall, or will. And this will is not will, this will is want. And we have for you, jij, u, or you, we use kunt, zult, wilt. For can, shall, or will, and want. For subject that consists more than one, we use willen, kunnen, zullen. And there's also modals, which is mag, it means may, or moet, must. It's only divided into two classifications. It's like subject that consists of one, we use mag, moet. Subject that consists more than one, we use mogen, moeten. And with modals in active sentences, we use the modal word and we use verb with en at the end of the verb. To make it passive sentence, we put the modal word and then instead of using the verb with en or an in Dutch, we put ge, the verb, and then we add the word worden. This is for present, this is for past. Past is a bit easier for me because we just divide into subject that consists of one and subject that consists more than one. There's no exception. So we have this for ik, jij, je, u, that's my cat. Hij, ze, zij, het. Subject that consists one. And we have ze, zij, we, wij, jullie, more than one. Present time we use word, word, worden. Past or previous we use werd. And we also use the ge verb. Subject more than one we use werden. Also ge verb. And here from heb it becomes ben with ge something. And here. Previous we use had. In active sentence it becomes was with ge something. For subject consists of one. And for subject consists more than one. From active sentence hadden ge something. Passive sentence waren ge the verb. This werd and werden comes from the original active sentence, which is with the verb with te or de or ten or den, or sometimes there's some words with exception. We just have to remember, instead of adding the te or de or ten and den, we just have to remember about that. And the modal or modals just divided into two. There's no exception like this one, no. So consists of one, more than one. Kon, zou, wou. Mocht, moest. Konden, zouden, wouden, mochten, moesten. Don't forget the ge verb and worden. These already learned in the previous videos, lots of videos we already learned about those active sentences. And now here I try to make a compact pattern or something like that, or rule or regulation. It's not made by me, but this is how I try to learn or study it. We have the active sentence here, active sentences. Active sentences consist of subject, and then we have the verb, and then we have the object. The subject, of course, can be ik or this one. These words for person, one. This het for a thing, one. Ze, zij they can be person more than one or things. And why we or Yuli can be person more than one? It's just symbolization or symbolize. And then we have the object. The object comes with, if person, one, it can be mij, me, jou, u, hem, haar, or a thing, het, or things, hen, or person more than one can be hen, ons, or Yuli. This is the object. And when we have to make it as passive sentence, of course the one that was object before, it becomes subject. And the one who was subject in the active sentence, it becomes object. Because that's the rule when we have to make sentence from active into passive sentence. So it was here as object. In passive sentence, it becomes subject. So it was hem here, it becomes hij. From haar, it becomes ze or zij. From mij, here in the active sentence, it becomes ik. Me, it becomes ik. Jou, it becomes je or jij. U, still u. Het. Hen, it becomes ze or zij. Hen, it becomes ze or zij. Jullie, still jullie. We or why, it was ons. Yeah. And we put here the verb, but don't forget that the verb here, it comes, we look at the subject here, the verb regulation or order, we look at here. But in the passive sentence, the verb that appears here, from here, it comes from the subject now, that was object before. Yeah? So the verb here can be different from the verb here. I mean the regulation with T or something like that. Because here, we look at here, but the verb here, or the regulation that we already learned here, we see it based on this subject that was object before. Yeah? And this is modals, if there's modals. And then we put door, it means by. And the object now is the one that was subject in active sentence. In passive sentence, the object is the one that was subject in the active sentence. So we can see here, like here, it was here. But of course, instead of ik, in the passive sentence, it becomes my or me. Same, let's say, of course, hat, same hat. And hem, where is it? Oh yeah, hij. Haar, ze or zij. Jou, jij or je. It becomes jou here. For u, it's same. And the one that was ze or zij, it becomes hen here. We, ze or zij here. We or wij, it becomes ons. Jullie, still jullie. Het, still het. For ze or zij can also things too, so it becomes hen here. And we put the ge, the verb. There's exception for several words that initially with or begin with be, ge, ver or ver, ont. We don't put the ge in front of these words. It will come this word be something, ge something, ver something, ont something, instead of adding the ge. So it can be ge something, the verb, or be, he, ver, on. We already learned about this in the previous video about previous time. And if it comes with modal or modals, modal, of course same, we use door, and then this one, the object, that was subject here. The verb can be ge something, or this one also, if started with this, doesn't use the ge. Don't forget, for modal, we use the worden, yeah? After this, we add the worden. Now we will go to the sentences, examples. I use same verb with the previous video, which is choose. In the present time, we use kiss, kissed, kiezen, kiezen. Previous or past, koos, kozen. With modal or modals, we use the modal word, and we use the kiezen. For the age something, like here, age something, we use age something, and then the gekozen for choose. This column for active sentences, this column passive sentences. Hij kist de boeken. The passive sentences, I don't have to say about hi or why, of course, yeah, because we already learned about it so many times. The boeken is the books, more than one, and this word all means choose, chose, chosen, has chosen, has chose, has chose, has chosen. Hij kist de boeken. The active sentence, passive, it becomes de boeken worden door hem gekozen. You see here, hij, we use kist, de boeken. Passive, it was subject, it becomes subject now, de boeken. Because this is the boeken, more than one, or we can also say it as they. So we use the worden, door hem, because it was hij, door, and the hij, subject in active sentence, it becomes object in passive sentence, and then gekozen. Wij kiezen het huis. Passive one, it becomes het huis wordt door ons gekozen. Because het huis is het. No matter here it was why, we use the kiezen, of course. But passive het huis wordt door ons is from why, it becomes ons gekozen. Ze kiest mij, it becomes ik word door haar gekozen. Ze kiest mij, it becomes ik, because this one, me, as object, and it becomes subject in a passive sentence. Ik word door haar gekozen. word because we use the ik here. Door haar from the. The coast mij. This is the past. Then this one. Because this one koos and kozen instead of with the te or de or ten and den. It becomes ik werd door haar gekozen. Ze koos ons. It becomes wij werden, because wij with werden. Door haar, ze, gekozen. Hij heeft het huis gekozen. It becomes het huis is, because it was het huis, the object, it becomes subject here. Is, because het huis is het, is. Door hem gekozen. Hem is from hij. Hij had het huis gekozen. Had. Previous time. The passive. Het huis was. Because it's passive. Because it's previous time. And passive sentence. The het house, it becomes subject. So het, it was. Door hem gekozen. Je hebt mij gekozen. Je hebt. Passive. Ik ben door jou gekozen. Mij, it becomes ik. It was hebt because it was with you. The my, it becomes subject. And it becomes ben. Ik ben. Ik ben door jou gekozen. Jou, from you. Because it's object. Ik heb jou gekozen. Ik heb. Je bent door mij gekozen. Je bent. Mij, ik. Jou, je. Zij willen de boeken kiezen. Zij willen. Zij willen. So we know this zij or ze works for she or for they from the verb that is used after we use the ze or zij, because that's the way we know that the ze, zij stand for they or stand for he. De boeken willen, so it's still, yeah, we use the modal still, and this same willen, because the boeken is zij also, we use the willen, more than one. Door hen, zij, it becomes hen. Sorry, why I keep putting here, this one. Sorry, this from here, why I'm wrong. Where is it? Yeah, this. Gekozen, don't forget we use worden. Zij zullen haar kiezen. We can see here willen is not will, but it means want. If you want to say will in Dutch is zul. This one. Zal, zult, zullen. Zij zullen haar kiezen. Zij zal door hen gekozen worden. We see here is same zij and zij, but the zij here it becomes hen. It's more than one. This haar it becomes zij, so the zij here use zal because it's she. This zij use zullen because it's more than one. Yeah. Don't forget, after the gekozen, we put worden. Je zou hen kiezen. Past or previous, because we use the zou. Zij zouden door jou gekozen worden. This zij is they because it was hen. That's why we use the zouden. Don't forget worden. And the last one. Hij mag het huis kiezen. May. Passive one. Het huis mag because it's het. Mag door hem. Hem is from hij. Gekozen worden. Don't forget the worden because we use the modal mag or in English may. Thank you.